Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best Powerline extenders. Starting at number 5. Comtrend G.hn Wave 2 Powerline. Most Powerline adapters are based on the home plug Powerline communication standard, but Comtrend took a different route from the beginning, its PG9172 adapter being based on the G.hn standard, which, unlike the home plug that can only use the electrical wiring in your home, it can rely on coaxial and telephone wires as well, supporting data rates of up to 2 gigabits per second. Unfortunately, despite its clear advantages, the G.hn Powerline adapters have a far lower market share than the home plug competitors, mostly due to being represented by a single manufacturer. Similarly to the home plug adapters, you can add a maximum of 16 adapters on a single G.hn network. Design-wise, there aren't major differences between the Comtrend G.hn PG9182 PO and the other Powerline adapters, since you do get the same rectangular plastic case covered by a white finish, but since it supports the PO technology, the device is a bit taller than the regular Powerline. It measures 5.75 by 2.74 by 1.53 inches, which is similar to the adapters that have a pass-through socket. The decision to use the PO technology was a wise one, since it will allow the users to easily add PO wireless access points inside their house, without relying on long Ethernet cables, and indeed, there are a lot more PO APs available in 2021, but bear in mind the throughput limitation you get from using this type of adapters. The Comtrend PG9182 PO uses a 3-prong plug, and because of its size, depending on the design of your power sockets, it may block an additional outlet. If you can't lose a socket and don't care for the PO tech, then the series does provide a model with a pass-through outlet called the PG9182 PT, so you won't have to sacrifice an outlet in the room where the adapter will be installed. Coming at number 4. ZYXEL Pass-Through Ethernet Adapter. The ZYXEL adapters are a bit peculiar, but not in the hardware sense, more about the manufacturer. Both this model and the previous, the PLA5405, are not certified by the Home Plug Alliance, even though both carry the AV label. Obviously, this wasn't a problem with the previous model, and it won't be with this one because there is interoperability with other home plug adapters, although ZYXEL makes no promises. Another thing you should know is that while the ZYXEL PLA5405 was based on Qualcomm chips, the newer PLA5456 is based on Broadcom chips, so they may not play well together. Keeping this in mind, know that the kit includes 2 identical adapters, 56-inch Ethernet cables, and a quick install guide. You can add up to 16 devices on the same Powerline network. ZYXEL PLA5456 KIT features the same white and glossy compact case we are accustomed with. It's a very popular design since it's very operational and convenient to use. Having more than one Ethernet-ready devices nearby to connect to the adapter won't be a problem anymore. Note, the ZYXEL adapter uses a 3-prong plug, also known as a cheater plug. On the front of the ZYXEL PLA5456, underneath the pass-through outlet, there are 3 LED lights for power, Ethernet, and Powerline. The Powerline LED shows you which is the best outlet to plug in your adapter so you get the best performance. If the LED is green, then you get the best link rates. Otherwise, if it's amber, it means you're getting better link rates, and if it's red, you receive good link rates. At number 3. D-Link Powerline Adapter. The D-Link Powerline DHCP701AV supports the latest AV2 2000 standard and was released at the end of 2014. The kit includes 2 identical Powerline adapters, a quick install guide, and 2 Ethernet cables. Similarly to Netgear PL1200, you can connect a maximum of 16 adapters using a single Powerline network. The D-Link DHCP701AV features a small and compact case, with a white, glossy finish and a small black bar around the LED lights. A single unit measures 3.89 by 2.86 by 1. So, if the LED light is green, then the link rate is the best. If the LED light is amber, then the link rate is better, and lastly, if the LED is red, then the link rate is good. The bottom of the D-Link DHCP A701AV is home to the recessed reset button. Hold it for 10 seconds to reset the adapter to factory settings, a simple connect button for security. It uses a 128-bit AES encryption and 1 gigabit Ethernet port. Note, since the adapter has only one Ethernet port and there is no version with multiple ports available, you will not be able to connect more than one Ethernet-ready devices. There are multi-port Ethernet switches available on the market. Setting up the D-Link Powerline DHCP 701AV doesn't require more steps than the usual Powerline adapter. You just have to connect the first adapter to a router or switch using one of the provided Ethernet cables, use the LAN ports, and then plug it into a nearby wall socket. Next, connect the second adapter, also using an Ethernet cable, to an Ethernet-ready device, PC, console, TV, or a printer, and plug it into an electrical outlet. Now, you have to wait for the power and Ethernet LED lights to turn green, and afterwards, use the simple connect button to secure your network. Press it for 2 seconds on one unit, and then you have 2 minutes to press the same button on the other unit. Number 2 of my list. Netgear Powerline Adapter Kit. Following in the footsteps of the popular PL1200, Netgear has released a new Powerline adapter at the end of the last year, called the PLP2000, which, besides featuring everything that made the PL1200 a better product than its competitors, such as the extra noise-filtered pass-through power outlet and the multiple data streams, MIMO, for an improved coverage, it now comes with a better speed performance, thus making it one of the most desirable Powerline adapters on the market. The kit includes 2 long, 6.5-foot Ethernet cables, a quick start guide, and 2 identical Powerline adapters, each with extra outlets. Similarly to almost all other Powerline adapters in this list, except for the TP-Link adapters, the Netgear PLP2000 allows the user to connect up to 16 adapters on a single network, 8 active nodes. The Netgear PLP2000 sports the same ergonomic rectangular shape as the other Powerline adapters, with soft rounded corners and a white matte finish covering the entire surface, does not retain fingerprints. 49 inches, and weighs 0.53 pounds, so it is slightly larger than the PL1200, and it most likely will cover an adjacent power outlet. But thankfully, it does have a built-in pass-through outlet to make up for it. So you can still connect an additional device to that wall socket, if you need to. Note, using the pass-through outlet may eliminate some electrical noise, because it uses a narrower frequency range. Similarly to a lot of adapters, the Netgear PLP2000 uses a 3-prong plug and is HomePlug AV2 MIMO compliant, including the compatibility with the IEEE 1901 and the IEEE 802. 3 standards. To ensure that the device has a proper heat management and that it won't overheat, Netgear has added 2 sets of vent holes on the lateral sides, 1 on each side. Something that we also saw with the PL1200, but often neglected by other manufacturers. Furthermore, the front of the adapter is home to 3 LED lights, just underneath the built-in socket, which are responsible for showing the status of the power, the PICA plug and Ethernet. The power LED will flash once every second when the adapter is in the process of setting up the security, and will blink slowly, about once every 3 seconds, when the device is in power-saving mode. And number 1. Extalo LAN Plug 2000. About 3 years ago, Extalo proudly released its LAN Socket 1500, a HomePlug AV2 Powerline adapter which would compete within an increasingly crowded market with the other manufacturer. But, last year, Extalo seems to have had a change of heart and left the HomePlug standard behind in favor of the less popular G.hn technology and created the Extalo LAN Plug 2000, which became the fastest Powerline adapter available on the market right now. The LAN Plug 2000 kit includes 2 identical Powerline adapters, 2 Ethernet cables, and a quick start guide. Furthermore, similarly to other Powerline adapters, you can simultaneously connect up to 16 LAN Plug 2000 adapters on a single G.hn domain. Following the same design guidelines, the Xtalo LAN Plug 2000 features a rectangular case with rounded corners, and it's entirely covered by a white matte finish. It does not retain fingerprints. On the rear side, the Powerline adapter has two areas of interest. One with the 3-prong plug and the other with the label containing the necessary info, including the mode, the serial number, and the MAC address. Unlike the LAN Socket 1500, the Xtalo LAN Plug 2000 doesn't have a pass-through outlet, so it shouldn't have the luxury of being too big since it would cover additional outlets, but, considering its size, it measures 4.73 by 2.56 by 1.15 inches. Unfortunately, the device could definitely obstruct the top socket. You have to sacrifice at least a couple of wall outlets in your home if you want to use this kit. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.